YouTube, what's up? Story for you today, part two. I hope this goes through because I just tried to record a minute ago and it didn't go through. Okay, so story for you, part two. Now, this is what happened, right? Now, y'all know I've been battling a lot of pest infestation around my home, right? Okay, so I've been having problems with these big ass pharaoh ants, these big black ass ants, right? They normally travel on my countertop, or they travel every blue moon sporadically. They'll travel across here on my carpet. That's why I know they pharaoh ants, because you live in too outlandish to be up in here. So I've been having problems with pharaoh ants, and I've been having problems with spiders. Now y'all know, like, when it's winter time, they don't come out. They don't show their face because they froze. But in the summertime or in the warm climates, they get more active. So I didn't know what was going on. I had no idea what was going on. So I had bought me a couple of bottles of Raid. I had like 2 bottles of Raid or whatever. And I was attacking shit. I was standing on business. So I thought, y'all, I'm so outdone. I got this on ice. And I got it. This is hot. And I got it on ice. I'm so outdone. Talking about thinking you standing on business and ain't standing on shit. Okay, so I didn't pay it no mind because a lot of content creators that I watch, they also have the same problem. Or hell, even you don't have to be a content creator. Even you. Um, when the summer months come, these ants start coming in. So I didn't know if they was coming through my dishwasher. I didn't know what was going on, right? So I had my 2 or 3 bottles of Raid, and I had my I don't know what I had. I'm so disgusted. I had all kind of shit going on up in here. I thought I was standing on business 2024. I ain't standing on no business. Okay, so I went to the Dollar Tree and I bought some ant baits, right? I bought the ant baits and I put the ant baits down. I put them down like on my countertop where you wash your dishes, because that's where they really trailing from. And every blue moon sporadically, when I'm recording, y'all to see me look, because want to come on the screen. What the fuck you doing? This ain't your segment. This my segment. This is Cougar's Closet. This ain't Ant's Closet. I didn't know what was going on. So I went and bought some ant baits. And I laid the ant baits down. And I did the research on the ant baits, and it was saying that, normally it takes about a week for the ant baits to get active, because, it will it acts like food, and it will start spreading food to the babies or whatever. So I laid the ant baits down in the corners, of my carpet. And this is fresh carpet. I just laid this carpet down about 2 years ago. This is extremely fresh carpet. Okay, so when I laid the ant bait down, the pharaoh ants disappeared. They went away. I never see a bigger ant anymore in my house. They gone. Okay. And this was maybe about like 2 or 3 months ago, 3.5 or 4 months ago or something. No, I laid the ant baits down maybe about like a month ago or something. I don't know what's going on here. Okay, I laid the ant bait down. No more ants. But every time you get to one problem, another problem manifests itself. Once you get on one level, another level manifests itself. This is life. This is the chains of life that I'm speaking to you about. I'm speaking to you about insects, but you can also relate this to the chain of life. I laid the ant baits down. No more big ants. I don't see any ants anymore. I put them in the corners of my carpets of my living room. I put them, I put them above my dishwasher. I put them over the countertops where you wash the dishes. I put them everywhere. Okay? No more Pharaoh ants. Okay. About 2 weeks later, I'm going to the kitchen, right? As I'm going to the kitchen, I see like this small little, I thought was like a net or something. Okay, no problem. I keep going. But every morning as I wake up, I keep seeing these little things, right? I'm like, something going on. What the fuck is this? Okay. They keep falling on my countertop. And I'm like, because you all know my house is wood, so so I'm thinking maybe I got a termite problem. So when I had my inspection done, the owners of the house that sold me the house, they said they never had a termite problem in the house, but they did have a termite problem in the garage. They treated that, okay? So I said, okay. So I cleaned up or whatever. I wiped up real good or whatever. But every morning when the alarm clock go off, when I get ready to go to work, there's this dead little pesky insect right there. 2 or 3, and I wipe them up, clean them up, go on by my business. I didn't know what was going on. They was dead when they was falling. Later on, when the alarm clock started going off, I started going. They were falling down, but their legs were still moving up. Their bodies dead, but their legs still. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Okay. So I started spraying a little Raid around or whatever. I didn't know what was going on. But that alone bothered me. So I said, you know what? I'm going to call somebody. I'm going to see what the fuck going on here. So I end up calling like a professional. I end up calling Rick's Termites in Illinois. Because what was crazy was when I bought the house, on the countertop, they left a business card for Rick's Termites. But you said you ain't never had no termites in the house. You just had them in the garage. But it was a business card for Rick's Termites. I looked for the card. I could never find a card. But I remembered the name. So I Googled Rick's Termites.
It's 16 hours.
Thank you. Because I thought I had termites. I've never I've never owned a home before. I don't know what this is about. This is all new to me. Let's just take it with, baby, what y'all let us say. Baby, let's take it slow. Baby, let's take it slow. I didn't know what was going on. So I couldn't find the card, so I called Rick's Termites. And I told him, I said, I think I got a termite problem. This is as it's starting to warm up about 2 or 3 months ago. I said, I think I got a termite problem. I said, because my house is full of wood. So I think I got a termite problem. And so he said, well, what's going on? And I said, I'm seeing these little bugs drop. I laid this ant bait and the big ants are gone. Now, all of a sudden, that the ants are gone, something else is going on. So he said, yeah, excuse me, I'm really discombobulated here. But I'm speaking real life. I'm really speaking facts here. I ain't talking about no STDs, no HIV. I'm talking about this damn infestation that's going on in my house. So he said, are they white and gray? I said, no, they're not white and gray. They dark brown, like wood. Like maybe something's coming from, like something's eating my wood. He said, well, if they ain't white and a grayish look, he said, them ain't termites. Because he asked me, did I have a crawl space? And I said, well, I probably could go to Home Depot or Lowe's and treat it myself. He said, not if they termites, because I need to get you a crawl space. He said, because termites travel through tubes. He said, I need to get in your crawl space and find your tubes. I said, no. I said, they not white and grayish looking. I said, they dark brown. He said, well, them probably ants then. And I said, well, you know what? They might be ants because I lay some ant baits around and I haven't seen the pharaohs anymore. I haven't seen Big Papa. I haven't seen Queen of Samunda. I haven't seen them anymore. So they might be their babies. He said, well, what happens is a lot of time, because they was falling. I didn't know if they was falling from the ceiling. I didn't know if they was falling out of my cabinets. I didn't know what was going on. He said a lot of times, the babies, he said, they be up in the cabinets. He said, and when they get moist, if it gets too moist, they start dropping. I said, okay. He said, take some pictures and send me some pictures. I said, guaranteed, because when I get home, they going to be on my counter. Guaranteed. Okay, I got home. They were on my counter. Their legs were moving. It looked like 6 or 9 legs on each side or something. So I said, you're right. I think they are ants. But mind you, I don't know what a baby ant looks like. But I know the ants have a lot of legs on each side. So I said, okay. So I said, you're probably right. There probably are ants. Okay, no problem. I ain't scared of ants, but I'm scared of roaches. I'm petrified of roaches, but I ain't scared of ants. Okay, so about 3 days ago, y'all, I was gonna come home. I was tired from at work. I was tired from recording. I was tired of everything. I need to let my mind rest. I need to let my body rest. I need to let my soul rest. I said, I'm not doing anything today. I had sprayed Raid a couple of days before. I thought I had killed him. I said, I'm going to go home. I had some spaghetti noodles. I had made some spaghetti maybe about like 3 days before that spaghetti was banging. But I had all the ingredients except the spaghetti noodles. I was so tired. Father knows how tired I was. I said, I'm going to come home. I said, I'm so tired. I said, I'm going to come home. I love chili, but I only like 2 particular chilies. I don't like homemade chili. I mean, something about chili. But I like Skyline chili and I like Gold Star chili. I've been having a big problem trying to match that because I can't afford it, because the small cans are $6 and big cans are $8, $9 or whatever going on. I don't know. I was so tired. I said, I'm going to come home. I said, I'm not recording nothing today. I said, I'm going to make me some chili. I had found some chili sauce, some coney sauce from the Dollar Tree because I couldn't afford it where I worked at. I had my onions, I had my cheese, I had boiled my water. I said, I'm going to make I had my onions, I had my hot sauce. I said, I'm going to make me a 4-way. with the chili cheese, spaghetti noodles, the onions, and the coney, and the hot sauce. Or that might be a 5-way. I don't know. I said, I'm so tired. I said, I'm going to lay down and I'm going to watch some other content creators for the night. Y'all, I went in my cabinet. Now, I had just bought these noodles. About a week ago. I had bought them from Walmart, great value. I had bought some angel hair pastas. I had just bought these noodles. And my water was ready for it. I had put the oil in there to coat the noodles. Finna chop my onions up and shit. Y'all, when I went to open up my noodles that I had used once before to make the spaghetti before, I saw these damn baby ants crawling in my spaghetti. The fuck? I said, these things is live. The ones been falling, been dead, but these are live. I had never seen that before. So, of course, that turned my stomach. That turned my nose. That turned my appetite. So, I threw that shit in the garbage can. I said, I ain't finna make no way. Thank God when I was at the Dollar Tree, I had bought like a McGriddle or something. I had took it out the freezer because I had stopped along my way. I took it out the freezer and I ate that. And I went to bed because it really doesn't take much to make me full. But when I saw them pests in my spaghetti, I said, this shit is bigger than Raid. Okay. Because I had talked to the Terminator before, but he was so busy. He in business. So if y'all ain't got no business and y'all looking for something to do, especially felons, figure out how to get in a termite business. This is a big business. Insect business. So he never did call me back. Well, I was cool until I seen this shit was in my food, in my cabinets. So I thought, well, you need to be calling somebody because you're a content creator. You want to be in your kitchen. You like to record. You want to take this shit to the next level. You can't take this shit to the next level with all this shit going on. So today, I called him because usually I keep putting off because I be having other problems going on. So I said, no, I'm going to call him. So, no, I had called him before. He told me, he said, those are probably ants. He said, take a picture and send it to me. I sent it to him and I called him back. He never did respond back. And I called his phone. He picked up his phone. I heard a lot of commotion in the back, but the phone hung up. Okay, so today, after a few days after I saw all these pesky things crawling in my spaghetti, I said, I'm going to call him because this shit is bigger than Raid. So I called him and he answered the phone. I said, hey, Rick. I said, this is Makara. I said, I sent you a picture of the ants. You right. I think it is ants. It looks like ants or whatever. And then today I called him. I said, I catched him up because this was like Friday or something when I had called him last week when I sent him the pictures. And I knew he wasn't working Saturday and Sunday, So today I called him because I know I'm trying to take my YouTube channel to another level. And I can't do that with all this shit crawling around and shit. And so I had called him and I said, hey, Rick, I said, this is Makara. And I said, did you get the pictures that I sent you about the baby ants crawling around and stuff? I said, they were in my spaghetti. He said, they was in your spaghetti? I said, yeah, they was in my spaghetti. I said, I went to open me up, make a fresh, thing. I was going to make me some spaghetti. I said, and they were in my spaghetti crawling around. He said, them ain't no ants. I wrote this shit down. He said that sound like a stored pest insect. I said, what? He said that sound like a stored pest insect if they crawling around in your food and in your flour and all this shit. I said, well, that's what's going on. He said, I'm gonna come out there today. He said, I'm gonna come out. I said, okay. Cause normally the way he operates, if I'm not mistaken, he comes out first and looks at it, and then he'll come back and provide the treatment after he finds out what it is. He said, I'm going to come out there today. He said, I'm going to treat it today. I said, okay. So he told me what it was. The price was affordable. So I said, okay. So this was a couple of days ago. So today was the day. And I wasn't even expecting this shit, y'all. I was scared. After I saw him crawling around live in my counters, I was scared to go into anything. I said I was going to wait for him before I looked into anything, where I had him standing by my side. So he came, he had this big ass flashlight, and he flashed him and shit. He said, yeah, he said, this is a stored pest insect. He said, stored pest insects is what, gets into your food and gets into your flour and gets into different things. That's okay. So he started spraying or whatever. Y'all, the shit was so bad. They was on my cooking mittens. They was on everything. I said, well, what brings on this problem? What does this? Like, what the fuck? I'm not the best housekeeper, but I'm not dirty either. What the fuck is going on here? He said, no, it's not you. He said, you know, a lot of times these stored pest insects, they travel through grocery bags, or if you shop a lot at the grocery store. He said they can be on cans, they can be on anything. And I said, okay. I said, well, I got some stuff that's not opened. I said, do you think I'm okay? He said, I don't know. He said, because these things can get anything. I had a brand new bag of flax seeds. If anybody knows what flax seeds are, I had a brand new bag of flax seeds that my daughter had bought me to help me with some healing I was going through with my digestive system. I had to throw that away because I didn't know they was on the flour, they was on everything. So he was so nice. He said, well, I tell you what, he said, start taking all this stuff out the counter, because if I had knew this, I would start taking stuff out the day before. He said, start taking all this stuff out the counter, and as you clean this stuff out and take this stuff out, I'll go through and treat this stuff. And so I said, well, I got him here. I'll have him treat a lot of stuff because I have a problem with ants and spiders. So he treated all through my house. He treated around the bedroom. He treated in the closets. He treated everywhere. And y'all, I had a can of Raid on the counter because y'all know I thought I was just battling ants and I thought I was just battling spiders. That man picked up the can. That shit was so bad, this infestation. The man picked up the damn Raid along with the shit he brought. He was double-crossed in that bitch spraying. A lot of stuff I threw away whether I knew it was opened or not. Because they so little, they can get through things. They didn't seem to be as little as a bed bug, but I'm pretty sure they can get through a lot of things. So I still have a lot of dead carcasses or whatever the fuck they called on my counters and stuff right now. But I can be here recording because he told me to prop the door open because he had sprayed everywhere. And I kept the door open, but I cracked it open, but I was scared because I be having groundhogs and beavers and shit around here. They be in my car. They be everywhere. You know, being a homeowner, And so to get the fumes out and stuff. So I still got a lot of this dead shit. He asked me when he was cleaning, he said, "Do you have a vacuum cleaner?" I said, "Yeah." He took the vacuum cleaner before he sprayed and he vacuum cleaned the cabinets out. And so now, after that, he went in and started spraying and laying everything down. And I just had him treat through the whole house because I don't know what's going on. I don't know if this is an ongoing problem from the people that I bought the house from, or if it's from me when I go grocery shopping, because I go grocery shopping once a week. But mind you, when I bought the house, on the countertop when they sold me the house, they had a card that said Rick's Pest Control on there. So now we're going to look and find out about this damn pesky animal, because this is a badass mamma jamma. If I didn't know no better, I think somebody sent a curse on me coming to ruin my crops, because I had to throw away my flour. It's still shit in there I gotta throw away. Y'all saw that shit. It's a lot of shit I gotta throw away because I don't want to take no chances. You know, y'all, if it ain't one thing, it's another. I had to throw all my food away. My food went bad when it was a bad storm in the wintertime. I had to throw all my food away because my lights went out, my refrigerator went out, and all my food went bad. I had to buy new food. I thought that was the end of it. But it wasn't. Let's see if we can find anything about these stored pest insects. Y'all be careful when y'all go grocery shopping. Make sure, and I don't even do this, but make sure like you throw the bags away, the grocery bags, because he said they travel through the bags, they travel through the cans, or if it's old expired food or something. He said it's eggs that's waiting to hatch, because I told him, I said, this happened out of nowhere. I've been here since 2021. He said, you'd be amazed. Stored pest insect. We gonna find out who this is, because this is a bad mamma jamma here. Y'all, I'm hurting so bad. But at least I'm not on here talking about a herpes breakout infestation, right? At least I'm not on here talking about an AIDS infestation breakout, right? It's just like stuff won't stop happening to me. Stored pest. I've never even heard of this damn thing before. Stored pest insect. Stored pest insect. Stored pest insects, also known as pantry pests, are insects and other animals that can damage or destroy stored food and other organic matter. They include beetles, moths, and mice that can infest a wide variety of stored products such as grain, flour, sugar, pasta, and garments. And this is what they was on. Kinds of stored grain insects. Stored grain insects are known as internal feeders if they feed within the kernels. Otherwise, they are referred to as external feeders. The granary weevil, rice weevil, lesser grain borer, and larvae of the anonymous grain moth or internal feeders. And this is what they look like. But I couldn't really see them because they were babies. How to protect storage grains from insects. Let's see. How does a person get stored pest insects? Stored product insects can enter the food supply chain at any point from the field to the consumer. They can be brought into a home in infested food items, or they can originate indoors when items are stored in poor conditions or pests gain access. Can also fly or crawl into food storage area, attracted by smells and hide in cracks and crevices. Pantry pests are most likely to infest products that have been opened, but they also can get into unopened paper, thin cardboard and plastic, foil, or cellophane wrap packages. They may chew their way into packages or crawl into through food and seams. Where does stored product pests come from? Product pest infestations in cupboards, especially moth and sawtooth grain beetle, is infested bird seed purchased and bought into the home. So you can go out to the store and purchase something and bring this shit back home with you. What foods contaminate insects? Y'all, I'm so outdone. I've never in my life had this type of problem before. Where do pests come from? So where pests come from, the answer simply is nature. The organism where we consider pests are naturally occurring species that live and survive in our world. I don't want to hear that. How to get rid of pantry bugs. One solution of hot water and vinegar and scrub the entire pantry, including cracks and crevices, with a brush and bucket. The vinegar acid alkalinity kills larvae and eggs. You can also try mixing a half cup of water and a half cup of vinegar and 8 cups of essential oils like peppermint, lavender, or clove in the spray bottle. Throwing away contaminated food and thoroughly cleaning up cupboard surface where the food was stored are the best way to get rid of insects. What causes pantry bugs? Situation causing a scavenger beetle infestation are broken pieces of whole grains, grain product, or products made from particular types of grains. So y'all, I don't know, but he told me my cabinets are still wet. So he told me to open up the door and let it air out for a while, and then after I let it air out, then go through and wipe down. It's always something. But he said the most thing is going grocery shopping and bringing these things home through your bags, like they just said. But so he treated inside, he treated outside, he treated around my bed. But the problem wasn't through my house, it's just in the kitchen, in the cabinets. But I also always have problems with spiders and ants, so I want him to treat the whole house up under the bathroom sinks and then the bathroom cabinets and this and that. But oh well, something could always be worse. Thank God I got a house for some damn bugs to come in. Story for your ass, part 2.